We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hey, welcome to GospelRhythms.com, LA Talk Live. I am Trisha Mann Grant. And we can't hear my sister yet. Oh, there she is. How
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. I'm Ro Williams. I thought you knew.
That's right. I know. Somebody better know. All right. We are in the house. It's another Sunday.
And this is our entertainment edition. And we have an exciting show for you today. We promise. But we can't go in about today's show with about a little flashback, a couple little flashbacks. We had a great time with Blackout. We have to give the Free LA kids, the youth movement with Free LA, Blackout the prototype. It was at the Mark IV in Beverly Hills. And if, Google them, go to any parents out there who have young kids that they're trying to raise and steer in the right direction. I mean, you have a growing daughter. It's important parenting.
Yes, I do. I have a 19-year-old son, a 12-year-old daughter, and I get so and they have so many questions and so many things they need to learn, and you just have to know what you're talking about
because it's a different culture out there.
It really
seriously
is.
They have to know the difference between somebody coming with the right thing and the wrong thing, because it's cloaked with, with the under the rules of I'm your friend. You will do this for me because I'm your friend. They speak a whole different language out here now,
man.
and it's crazy. Different time too, because I mean, they got the internet.
And everything is on the internet. Hi, can I just get
I hate to admit this.
Is on the internet.
I hate to admit this, but I remember when we didn't even have call waiting. It was like you had to wait. Call waiting was you waiting for the phone to make a call.
Yeah, it was a few shows back we were talking about how you had to wait for us to get home because the phone would keep ringing and ringing and ringing until we got home, right? And nowadays,
and they
you
got
just
different
walk
rules.
down the street. Hello.
I know. They got different rules. And nowadays, the kids that walk down the street, they don't have to be home when the street light get on.
Oh,
I had to be home when that was
Girl,
my cue.
please.
When the street light came on,
look,
I better be home.
Street light. If my mother came out the door and did this special little call, it sounded like the AKs. We're Deltas here, but I'm telling you, my mother used to do this. My mother used to go, ski-wee, and she wasn't even an AK, and I don't even understand why she did it, but she did. And everybody said, yo, mama calling, y'all better hurry up and get home. And if we didn't, we look up, she coming down the street with the belt in the hand. I took off, of course. My sister, she couldn't catch up fast enough, so she got it.
It's not a game in this day and age. So yeah, Free LA, check them out on Facebook. We've had a group of kids in the of time. I mean, even with the good work that LA Talk Live is doing with the kids group, Kids Talk LA.
Yes.
There's so much out there for you to get your kid or your kids or your children or your friends' kids, your aunt, your nieces, your nephews, whoever involved in it. So
grab some strangers off the street. I don't care. These kids need help.
Yeah, and we have to applaud them. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our event this Thursday. We are celebrating as well as paying it forward, celebrating the advancements and achievements that we have done here with GospelRhythms.com.
That's right.
Yay. But also we have a Kids in the Spotlight organization that we take to heart. These are kids that are at risk youth in the of California, Los Angeles, and they're in group homes, they're in foster care systems. So what this program does is it affords these young people an opportunity to attend a 10-week institute where they learn everything that goes into filmmaking in an abbreviated fashion, at which point they actually produce their own film short. And it's very empowering. You mean your son had an opportunity to go to Duke School and learn about filmmaking. How did that empower him as a youth?
That empowered him not only in learning how to make films, which he was actually doing in high school already, but it just gave him a better sense of, what to do, but also the business aspect side of it. Because if you don't know the business side, then how are you going to be able to handle your finances or make proper decisions with making the films? It's like, I made a film and now what? So people came in, taught them how to handle their money, and they had wonderful speakers. So he had a great time.
Well,
the Kids in the Spotlight, I love it. I would actually next year, I'm putting this out here right now. No, next year. Next year, I want to actually write and produce and direct one of the films for the children.
Well,
okay?
Taji Charity, she is the founder, and she spearheads that. So, like Trisha, you can get in contact with us on our Facebook / Gospel Rhythms. Inbox us a message. We'll put you in touch with the organization. But these kids in particular are the kids that kind of fall through the cracks because maybe they have parent challenges. Maybe they don't have any parents. One parent, no parent, half a parent. But whatever the situation is, organizations like Kids in the Spotlight tries to come to their rescue and show them a different way to live. And some of these kids, they come in like this and they're like, hi, how you doing? They can't even look you in the eye.
Right.
Yeah, but then at the Oscars for kids, by kids that we rock in the end of October, man, these kids they're so excited and they're full of life because they actually get they get recognized for their accomplishments. So we applaud that good work. On Thursday, it's to celebrate them, to raise funds for them. So hopefully, if you're in the California area, we will see you there at the Cap Theater in Sherman Oaks, Complete Actors Place in Sherman Oaks, California.
Yeah, and I mean, what about our magazine? Are we being hush?
No, well, it's on the down low. It's GR3. Yeah, our magazine, our app, and our new website. It's GR3. But I approach a little tentative because there may be some technological kinks. But you're gonna see all of that. Hoorah! Unveiled come the 25th of July. And it's a very special day for me because it's my brother's birthday. He passed away. He is no longer here, but it just so happens that this celebration falls on the day that I lost that my brother was born into this world. So I love you, Lemoyne. And we before we go to commercial and come back and before you hear about our next guest, we have to talk about a little bit about our show last week.
Last week.
Yeah, every now and then, we have some challenges.
This is the first time though. I'd have to say this is the first
time. Lord willing.
And the last time.
At least that we act up.
This is the first time and the last time. And I have to say, my husband, Tony Grant, we love you, baby.
We love you.
Thank you so much for your honesty.
Exactly.
And he watched the show and he said Ro and I were just a little bit harsh.
Well, we were a little harsh. Week. I put my foot up to the knee and I'm gonna take the hit on that one.
Well, we had Too Cool come on, and
he's great art. He's such a sweetheart.
He's a
really
sweetheart, nice person, and he came on. He just did a rap, for those of you that didn't see it, that had nothing to do with our show, and it had some new use of the language and the N-word and a few other things that were.
But he's a Christian, we're all growing on this journey.
Lord.
Yeah,
so
he does.
We're not tearing him down or anything, but we were really harsh on him, and so I'm usually the nice guy. I play good cop. She's the bad cop. I said to Tony, I said, baby, really? Was I really harsh? He said, yeah. You guys
we were just caught off guard. We don't want to give any more time to that because we go on a tangent. But we wanted to say to Too Cool, I apologize.
We love you too.
We love you. We are going to have you back on the show because one thing it says, judge not that you be
not judged.
We the last people up in here trying to judge anybody,
That's
so if that was the case to any of our viewers that may have been offended of how we responded, so we apologize. But we keep it real here, even when we make mistakes, because we love the Lord and we want to be examples even when we mess up, because guess what, everybody gonna mess up at some point.
Well, every day, just about.
Well, with that being said, we have to acknowledge the captain of our show today, Captain Richard, who's flying the plane. Thank you so much. We'll give yourself a hand, baby. We'll give you one. Yay! He's holding it down. But we're gonna go to commercial. But before we do, go set up our guest for today.
I was kind of excited. I was trying to get here. Evan Lionel, lovingly known as EL from Chicago, Chi-Town, baby. Woo! And so, he's a comedian at large, y'all. And I'm sure most of you, if you haven't, listen, EL, go Google him, Evan Lionel. He's a father, a very good father, by the way. We'll be talking about some of his challenges of even being a dad and his comedy. And he's got a show today, so we appreciate him for even being here, because he could just say, look, I need to prepare for my show. I need to think about it. But this brother's funny and he's witty and entertaining. So
he got some serious credit. He got some headlining credit.
He's got some major
BET
credits.
Kevin Hart, One Mike Sands, CBS Entertainment Tonight, HBO Def Comedy Jam, BET Comic View, TV One, Who's Got Jokes. Right. I mean, you better recognize, okay?
All of that and more.
Then some, okay? So keep it right here. And we have a new number. We'll share that with you later on. So get a pin. In the meantime, hit your friends up on your Facebook, your
Twitter,
Instagram,
Tumblr, whatever it is.
Whatever.
I don't know how to Tumblr. I got Instagram, but yeah, Facebook, everything. Email them, call them, text.
And we'll be right back.
Us out. All right.
More Trisha Grant. Ro Williams.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Starla Quarles, and I'm inviting you to join us every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for a new show right here on LA Talk Live, The Dialogue, Real Talk, Real People. Join us as we discuss the topics that are relevant to today's generational leaders. So don't forget to tune in to The Dialogue, Real Talk, Real People, every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. right here on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio. Or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
My clothes ain't all fancy, and my car ain't brand new, but there is joy in my house.
Hello, I'm Joel Ramirez
And I'm Lolita Robinson Coppage, and welcome to Joy in My House
on LATalkLive.com. Inspirational radio,
with a touch of recovery.
a reality show where nothing is left unsaid,
And no one is insignificant who says it.
exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV.
Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright.
Hey, welcome back to gospelrhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on latalklive.com. I'm Ro Williams.
And I am Trisha Mann Grant. Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday.
This is our entertainment edition. If you got that pen, we'll give you the number right now. You may want to call in and chat it up with us a bit. 323-473-3100.
That's
Great
the new
show today.
number.
Woohoo.
Yeah. What's going on with this microphone today? Hello, Evan Lionel,
Trish,
EL.
Trish.
What's up, Chi-Town?
First of all, let me just say I am in front of three of the most beautiful women on the planet Earth.
That's so sweet.
Man, I hope the camera is working.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm wearing makeup today because my skin is all
Hey,
blown
hey,
out.
Richard, how fortunate are
still
we
beautiful,
to
girl.
be here?
Oh, see, you know, he's such a charmer.
God is
Love
good.
this man.
Look at God.
I'm gonna
Look
start crying.
at God.
You better stop it.
I received that. Thank you.
Look at God. There you go.
Tell her it doesn't matter if she doesn't have any makeup on, because she said her skin broke out, but she's still gorgeous. Isn't that amazing?
Thank
All that
you.
natural beauty.
Oh, yeah, don't get it
Let
that.
me say this on the whole makeup thing. Women are their most beautiful without makeup.
Well,
Trust me, there's nothing more beautiful
well now.
than when a woman wakes up in the morning when she's just laying there with no makeup, just
Aw.
quiet. That is nothing more beautiful than a woman quiet
I was
with
gonna
no
say,
makeup
you,
on.
Yeah,
you,
you
you
know,
put
he
an
said-
emphasis on that quiet.
Right here,
That
dude.
quiet
Quiet.
sleep or quiet awake?
You know,
the
which
makeup,
quiet is that?
The makeup, it has no. I don't
I'm
even
still
know why
stuck on
y'all
quiet.
wear it. It's the beauty
So you don't
of
know why we
quietness.
wear it.
And this is the most confusing thing to me about women. Y'all will wake up with a full set of eyebrows. Take them off.
You mean last year?
You mean eyelashes?
Lashes.
I hope you mean
Eyebrows.
eyelashes.
Take the eyebrows off and draw some new ones on.
Oh,
Why?
oh,
Why
you
is
don't
it
need eyebrows. Oh, you really
Why?
do
You
need
mean
eyebrows.
some- People don't have
why
eyebrows?
some
Oh,
people
I
wake
can't
up
relate.
Oh, you must be going out
and
with.
draw eyebrows on, erase them, draw new ones on. Now we late. Now
He's
we late.
venting.
The makeup,
never heard
is
that one.
listen. The makeup is
God.
unnecessary. I was at an
Right.
all-white party. You know how we
Yeah.
go to all-white parties. We've had some big ones, Trish.
Yes, we
all-white
have.
parties. My birthday, the whole nine.
Mhm.
I hugged this woman. with my white shirt on.
She left her whole
Walked away,
face.
her whole face was on my shirt, eyelashes and everything.
Aw.
It's unnecessary.
was mad.
Now I'm at the party trying to talk to other women. They
Right.
looking at my shirt like,
Right.
shouldn't you be talking to her
See,
right,
right,
there?
right.
So the makeup is unnecessary.
You got to do that ear hug thing.
It's
You know,
unnecessary.
when you wear
Especially in
white.
Hollywood, you just go.
The ear hug. What is
the
it?
air hug? It's like,
Like,
come here, do an
how?
air
Oh,
hug with
the
me. Come here, let me
touch-
show you.
Oh, it's a. Wait a minute.
but
got-
you can
Or-
see
or
that
turn to
face
the side.
coming a
Y'all
mile away.
demonstrate the air
Do
hug.
the air
Let me
hug.
Oh, God.
You gotta be careful. Cause see, I know men were complaining about this at church last Sunday.
Yes.
A couple of the guys were actually saying, every time I love all you women, but I walk around with this big brown spot on my shoulder,
Makeup.
and they're frustrated, and they have a right to be. So we gotta figure
Wait,
something out.
and-
Maybe on a
Put a
tangent of
bib.
women. Hold up.
Like, put
a
What
bib
should
on
women
it.
be
Ladies.
doing or not doing?
Ladies, let me say this, and
Uh-oh.
it is very, very it's difficult for us because you put on a whole nother face.
Wow.
And then you're one person. Like, I've been knowing Trish for so long. I know she's beautiful naturally, just
Aw.
naturally beautiful.
Shucks.
But there are some women that will make their face up to look like Trish. And then when they wash their face, they look like 50 Cent. You understand what I'm saying? So
Well,
I'm
we get
saying
women that get-
these
Oh,
are
Mother.
called Decepticons. Stop with the makeup. That's all I'm saying. They're Decepticons.
Right.
Richard, do you hear me?
Yeah.
It's Decepticons out there.
That's right. No,
All
that's
So,
right.
so it's no difference
But
in
y'all
that.
naturally beautiful.
Well,
Bless
thank
your
you.
heart.
But what
Bless
about
you.
okay, you know, we all come in different shapes and sizes, and sometimes we need a little help. So we throw on the Spanx, and then without the Spanx, we're not as thin as we portray to be. I mean, do you think women should be?
Just for the audience and for sake of, reaching out to everybody, we might want to explain what Spanx are.
It's a girdle.
A girdle.
Well, I don't
Okay.
have one, so
what
I do need to go
exactly-
get one.
And a girdle. So
It's a body.
I mean,
thingy,
you know,
right?
he's all about women's shoe. I'm not the women's shoe.
Yeah, it's like the thing that holds everything in place.
So you slide it
basically.
on like
you slide
shorts
it
or
on
something?
kind of like shorts.
Yeah, it's like it gives you
Right.
just like the
Roll it on.
illusion of makeup. It gives you the illusion of being thin.
Another
Thinner.
Decepticon. Richard.
I don't know about being thin, but being a little
Okay, maybe
thinner
not a little thinner.
than what you are.
Ladies,
Right.
first of all, women, all the ladies out there, please understand this. God created you to be curvaceous and voluptuous. There's nothing wrong with that. That is your beauty. You are created that way to bear children. Stop
So
fighting.
you don't have a problem with Dunlap.
Dunlap.
When your belly done lapped over you.
She got jokes. Where did she get that one from?
I knew where she was going. I
Please
knew where
don't
she
go
was
on
going
stage.
with
No,
that.
I'm just saying. You got the Dunlap.
But what I'm saying is, I think Hollywood does this to women. Get y'all twisted that y'all think y'all supposed to be skinny because they put all these stick ladies and these little rails
Stick-
walking across the stage, and they're all super skinny. But let me say this to y'all in the studio and to the women out there: if you got a man that does not appreciate your curves,
That's
does
true.
not appreciate you being voluptuous, and he wants you to be skinny like a stick, he really wants you to be a boy. But
Wow.
we can't.
Did
we
he
can't
go
talk
there?
about
I
that.
think he go
Was
there.
that too real
Yeah.
for the
No,
gospel
hey,
audience?
it's
Well, I
real.
definitely say you
We
should
like
be
to
a
keep it
healthy
real.
you. Be a
We
healthy
can't talk
you.
about
healthy.
life.
Be healthy.
He wants
No,
you to be
okay.
a boy. That's what it is. And we need to
Well,
understand,
He
ladies,
needs some therapy.
you're
then.
supposed to be curvaceous
Ah.
and voluptuous. That is the
Oh.
way God made you.
Amen.
How about that?
Amen for
You
the
are an
curvaceous
expert on
ministry
women,
today.
huh?
How about that?
What else you
Yes.
got for us?
Right.
Love women and have two beautiful daughters.
Ooh.
Two gorgeous daughters, and I will teach them self-esteem and to love themselves, because I was raised in a single family home. I think that all children need both parents, no matter what. All children need both parents. Being raised with my mom was super hard because she needed a man. She, south side of Chicago. It was rough over there.
I
It's
know.
even rougher now.
Mhm.
But she needed a man. My mom would be mad every day. That's just the truth. She would be mad every day.
So would she take it out on you?
You ever been kicked into the stove and the hot dog water fell on you?
No, I haven't had that one.
Oh, that's too real.
I haven't experienced that.
Now, maybe you said,
Wow.
were you
That was
raised by
too
both
real
your
for the
parents?
gospel. Just single mom.
Just your single mom, you said?
And when you raised by a single mom, people that had a father don't even understand the pain. They don't know what it's like to sit in a window all day just waiting for your father to show up. And your brother father show up.
Wow.
They don't understand. Oh, listen to this.
Wow. No.
You be like, hey dog, tell your daddy, can I go with y'all? Don't leave me in here with her, please. Don't leave me in here with her. So I'm saying kids need both of their parents to feel truly and equally loved.
Well, you know, I had for 10 years, first 10 years of my life, I had my dad and my mom. And then dad had a moment, a temporarily insanity type of moment where he believed in polygamy for a short stint.
Where did that come from?
Polygamy. It came. I can't even get into where it came from. Thank God he got over it. And she go. You better say that. I'm gonna let her know you said that. So, but you know what? Sometimes in relationships or marriages, it's not even about the looks. It's just about the mindset of the other person that may go astray. And dad is a great dad now, and we have a wonderful relationship. But after the age of 10. They got a divorce. He wanted her to comply to that, and he doesn't mind me talking about it because we have such an open, relationship. And I'm going to interview him about this one day. And it's just reality. But the bottom line is, he left, came out here, and got far away from us. So for the next 10 years, there I am, wanting daddy to call on November the 3rd, my birthday, and say happy birthday. It didn't matter that I had a house full of people at my party. It didn't matter. At different ages. All I wanted was that phone call from him. Did my daddy call? I didn't care about auntie this and uncle that and cousin Joe and cousin Tess. I love my cousin Joe, by the way. But I didn't mean to say that. But anyway, I wanted my father to pick up the phone and call me, or to come to the recitals, or to be there. So I know what it's like to wish when you see your friends at the daddy-daughter dance when I was 12 years old. And even though my mom's boyfriend at the time was sweet enough to go with me, still that's not my daddy.
He wasn't
I wanted my daddy.
Yeah.
So, thank God that I was able to rekindle or mend, and God mended that relationship as I got older. When I was 18, tried to talk to him, he wasn't ready. But when I moved out here at the age of 27, and I picked up that phone again, I said, okay, look, I'm not going to cuss you out like my sister did, because that was her way of dealing with you. How about I tell you all the wonderful things that you did do that I remember? All the times that I was doing something I shouldn't have done and you didn't tell mama, or the time I wanted you to cut your mustache in the middle like a magician and you did out of the clear blue sky. The sweet little moments like that meant the world to me. So, I had both. I had the mom and the dad, then I had the single mother. Then I was a single mother. So sometimes we're a product of what we experience in our life, but we don't have to be. We can cut that at the root. We can stop them.
Do you want to share what your relationship was like with your?
You know what? Single moms are rougher than regular moms, though.
Oh, they have to be, I guess.
Yeah, they are rougher. This is when I learned how rough my mom was. I was in the mall the other day, and I was watching some little boys play and tear up the mall, pulling stuff down, messing with people, running back and forth, chasing each other. You know what kids do. You with your mom, you out. They acting a fool. One of the little kids ran past the clothes rack and grabbed on it, and it fell down on him. Hit him. His mother ran over to him, hollering and screaming, "Oh, my baby, oh my God." She was screaming, "Security, please help." They picked the stuff up. Little boy was fine. And the mom crying, "Oh, Mom, he should have been watching you. I'm so sorry." And I thought about when I was at the mall. It took me back to when I was a kid. I was at the mall. I'm with my mom. My brother's chasing me around. I remember I fell, slipped, and hit my head. And my mom came over there and said, "That's what you get." Wow. I bet he'll sit down now. I bet he'll go sit down now.
And you got a whooping behind him when you go.
She looked at security and she was like, "He all right, security. He's sleepy. Get up off that floor and go sit down before I give you something to cry about. Shut up that crying before I give you something to cry about." That's a single mom there.
A single mom.
I was like, my head bleeding. This ain't something to cry about, Mom.
But wait, it's not just a single mom. That was our mamas, especially back in the day, whether they were single or married. Our mamas did not play.
They did not play.
Because even though I was a little girl, my sister and I did the same thing, running around through the clothes. She kept saying, "Stop, stop, stop." Finally, she was like, "Okay."
And you could get whooped in the public.
You can't get whooped in public now. They got you on. They pull out their phone.
girl,
You'll be
please.
on YouTube. You know, even if
You'll
it
be
wasn't
on-
anything but a newspaper on the backside, they'll make it out to be
We
way more.
got- We got whooped in the public in
Mhm.
front of every.
Oh, my-
I got a whooping
Mhm.
at school in
Mhm.
first grade in front of the class.
Mhm.
Now that would be unheard of. My mom would be arrested. She'd be on the
Oh
news.
yeah, totally.
That's
I mean,
locked
they used to
up.
spank you
That's right.
and they had like a wooden paddle, like pop you right on your butt.
At your school,
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I
teachers
did
could
that.
the teachers could
Look.
whoop you in
Mhm.
school when we. Did you know that the teachers could whoop you in school
He's
when we
talking to
were
my
your
12-year-old.
age?
They didn't have no schools getting shot up back then.
No.
Yeah.
There
Oh,
wasn't
no.
none of that going down.
Look, let me tell you
They
something. I
took
remember.
prayer out and spanking out, and the crazies in. They took God out and let God out and the crazies in.
That's
Prayer
right.
out and spanking
Second
out.
grade, Miss Coffee was at the board. Well, no, she had put all the answers or the questions up on the board for us from the day before, and they were still there. So she said, "I need everybody's homework." Everybody that didn't have their homework, they had to stand in the line, alphabetical order from starting at A. Of course, my last name starts with an M,
Hmm.
and so I'm sitting at the desk writing down whatever answers came to my head to get this homework done because she had this big, thick, long paddle that she was tearing them up with. And I refused to get that paddle. I didn't care if I
So
got
by
a
the
zero.
time she got to the M,
Look,
you
by
had
the time
your
she got
homework
to
done.
here it is. And she said, "See, Trisha did homework."
I would have been like, "Cause her last name is M. My last name is A."
You in that
Nah,
line.
That's right.
My fifth grade teacher would hit us on our thighs with the paddle when we in trouble, and if we let the desk go, take our hands off the desk, she start all over with the licks. And I was
That
quite
was
surprised that the
just
girls could
abusive.
take more hits than me to paddle without crying. I'd
Wow.
be crying on the first one. The girls be standing there
Aw.
taking. I'd be like, they
Wow.
rough. What's going on? But this Chicago, girls
That's
rough
right.
in Chicago.
Oh Lord, yes indeed. Yeah, so you miss. You know what? What do you miss about Chi-Town?
I miss the tall buildings. I miss being downtown and enjoying
It's
the beautiful downtown scenery and Oak Street Beach and the taste of Chicago, the food.
Yeah.
The food in Cali. I love Cali, but the
Mhm.
food is can't be touched in Chicago.
No, it can't.
Well, what motivated you to come here?
Mhm.
Work, working in the film industry. I had done a movie with Oprah, and it went very well.
What was the movie?
co-starred. It was called There Are No Children Here,
Hmm.
and I co-starred with her. And they made a big fuss about it. It was actually they had me on the cover of Arts and Show, Chicago Tribune, and Sun Times and stuff, and did a movie with Robert De Niro after that. And then my agency in Chicago at the time was the Getty's Agency,
Mhm.
and they brought me out here to be with the Getty's Agency out here. So
What was your perception of California when you first came out here?
I love California. The weather is the business.
Oh my God, the vegetation is beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful
Mm,
scenery. When I first got here, I was like, wow, this place is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And people didn't want me to go to the hood. They was like, don't go to Compton. Don't go to South Central. Don't go to Compton. Those was the
Please.
first places I went, and I was shocked. They was like, it's so gangster. It's hood. I get out there. I'm like, what? Y'all got grass and trees?
You fun?
How's this manicured lawn? Y'all, is that a fruit tree in your backyard?
Right.
How you a gangster with a fruit tree?
Right. Right.
Compton is beautiful. My shouts out to Compton. Got love for y'all and their
Yeah.
gorgeous, young, black, beautiful mayor. Have y'all seen her?
She was
Trish?
on the show.
Yeah,
she
oh,
had
hello.
her-
Sunday's
Shout
Fast.
Yeah.
out.
Give it
Yeah.
up for gospelrhythms.com, Talk Live Radio.
Yes.
Sarah Compton was in this house. Check out the
Yes.
first Sunday of this month, July. She held it down. Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Young.
On the Word Edition.
Young and gorgeous.
Yeah,
I think she's
young.
the youngest mayor
Mhm.
ever to be the mayor of the city
And
of
you know,
Compton.
not only that
Mhm.
is, and I wanted to ask you about just being a Christian and working in the industry. She came to talk about what it's like being in public service in office. You know,
Mhm.
how do you, govern a town where there's so much diversity in not only culture but your faith, and
Right.
and balancing that and still being true to who you are with your faith. And so,
Hmm.
I'm sure as this journey in your career has taken you, working in the music business and you in the acting industry, we know what temptations and things. But you're in a comedic industry too. So give us some insight where some of the challenges that you might have come against. Is there a casting couch in the comedy industry? Some of the things that
couch in the
casting
comedy
couch
industry.
everywhere.
What'd you say?
In
It's
the
a
Target industry,
it's a
Kmart
casting
industry.
I know, right?
everywhere.
Google industry.
Right.
Tap in LA Talk Live
Okay.
industry.
Y'all,
No casting couch up
they
here.
bringing out the truth on the casting couch. They like it's everywhere.
We want to know.
They got a casting couch at Ralph's. What is it doing at Ralph's?
You want to move up from stock boy to cashier? We be in the stock
coffee
room.
bean.
Right.
And we can
So-
talk about it.
All right, answer that question. Yeah.
I don't think, Trish, that men have to deal with the casting couch like y'all have to deal with it.
Maybe
I
not
don't-
like we
I
have
don't
to deal
think
with
they,
it,
they
but they do.
chasing us
Well, we
like
had a
that.
musician that was in house, and he shared. I think it was my friend Earl was saying how like women, especially being music, they get it, on their end. But because you might not get it from someone to give you an opportunity, but you're on stage, and when you leave that stage, I mean, it's the reverse, like fans wanting to get at you and to be with you, and that's still a temptation. It's just the other way.
Oh, certainly, but quite honestly, I think that if you are an attractive person, you could be driving a bus. They're gonna be waiting to get at you at each stop.
That's true.
You could be just at KFC,
Mm-hmm.
on fries and putting the chicken in. They gonna be trying to holler.
Oh, now
So
though.
that-
Let's keep it real. When you get off stage, because there's some folk like Lil Wayne, Mick Jagger. They couldn't get it on a day if they were driving the bus, but they're
Lil
not.
Wayne
yeah,
probably would get it,
right. But they on stage, so
If
there's
you
something
driving the bus
magnetic
and-
that women flock to, whether you holding a bass or you holding a mic, that that might pull that out. So as a Christian, how do you maintain that balanced walk?
It has to do with desire more than anything. A comedy to me is a gift from God. I'm just being real with you. So when I hit the stage to make people laugh. I'm not on stage thinking about women and none of all that stuff. I'm on stage literally thinking, how am I getting ready to make these people laugh? And when you go in front of a black audience, I do all audiences all over the world, but a black audience is the most challenging in that they challenge you to make them laugh. They be like, he better be funny.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the first thing I said to you when you walked into the studio? I said, make me laugh.
You understand? So black
Like a
people,
little monkey, huh?
black people challenge you. That, by the way, speaking of that, that's one of the worst things that a person could do with a comedian. You walk in and you go, oh, so what you do for a living? I'm a comedian. Well, you ain't said nothing funny yet. Or they'll try to put you on the spot and say, all right, well, make us laugh right now. That doesn't happen with any other job. Except for maybe singing.
Singers.
Except for maybe
They
you want to
always
sing
want
a
them to
song.
sing all the
But
time.
imagine if you was at whatever job you do. Like Richard's an engineer. They like design some sound right now everywhere you go. It's
Right. You have a point.
Engineer some beats.
You have a point. Because nobody ever asked
Kick
me
some
to
beats
just
right now.
bust out with a scene.
Break a monologue out,
Yeah,
Trish,
yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
No, you can act. Let me see you act.
No
Yeah.
job. But comedy, we get that all the time. I do love what I do. I love to make people laugh. I just think that some people are in it for that reason that you said. Some
Yeah.
people are in it for the girls.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They know if I'm on stage and I'm funny, then girls are going to like me. A lot of those guys, girls don't like them if they're not. They never really had girls. Girls been beating me up and chasing me down the street since I was 4. The girls in the neighborhood on 63rd Street
Oh,
in
no.
Inglewood
Yes.
beat me up
Hey.
every day.
Over there by Antioch Missionary
Yes,
Baptist Church. I
right
went
by
to that
Reverend
church.
Daniel's
Reverend
church.
Daniel's church. Yeah.
My grade school was right across the street. Jennifer Hudson, her mom and all them live in the same area. That's where my mom lives at still right now today.
Wow.
Right in that area.
All
So
right. Well, we
yeah.
need to go
Big
visit
shout
her.
out to Chicago if anybody on air.
Hey,
Chi-town.
The Windy City, baby.
so wait,
That is
we're gonna take a
awesome.
break.
Yes.
What'd you think? And when we come back, we're gonna chat
Richard
it up
says
more
yes.
with
Let's take a break.
and the entertainment edition of GospelBusiness.com Talk Live Radio. Keep it right here with your girl Ro.
And your girl Trisha. We'll
Right
be
back.
back.
And we had no lights from the bottom to the top, and I ain't even had no money for that flight. Abused and confused, the whole world told me I would lose. I thought love was the single most important thing I needed, until I had to double my faith.
Tell me, where does a heart go when it knows no love? When your
you fall down and you call out, but no one shows up. When I was searching for pieces, I found the world at war. Wouldn't hurt for some sunshine, but the rain it pours.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hands can do incredible things. This is the sound of 326 hands playing Mozart. This is the sound of 10,942 hands showing appreciation. 64 hands building a house for the homeless. 142 hands swimming a triathlon. 18 hands winning the big game. And this is the sound of 2 hands helping to save a life. It's called Hands Only CPR, and it's recommended by the American Heart Association. If an adult suddenly collapses, call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of their chest until help arrives. It's incredibly easy and effective. Hands can do incredible things, but nothing compares to using them to help save a life. Find out more about this latest method of CPR at handsonlycpr.org. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Journey Sisters is an organization that embodies and captivates women from all walks of life. Our membership includes 44 women that are constantly growing in the areas of personal development and community involvement. Monthly, we offer free leadership classes at McCade's Restaurant. Journey aims to inform women in the areas of heart disease and HIV and AIDS. Experience the journey now by logging into www.journeymosaicinc.com. Toll free 888-906-5519. Journey with no excuses.
Oh, hey, y'all. Welcome back. GospelRhythms.com, LA Talk Live.
And we're back.
Yes, and we're back. And I'm Trisha Mann Grant.
And Ira Williams.
And we've got
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard, a comedy.
We got
people say I sound like Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard sounds like me. That's what I'd like to express.
Wow.
But Terrence Howard sound like he about to cry in every movie. Don't he? Every movie, he'd be like, "Hey man, hey man, I'm your daddy, man."
He's just about his work. He's just seriously about his work. Don't talk about Terrence.
Terrence,
Okay, that's not funny. That's not funny.
Look. Terrence couldn't be in a commercial. You've never seen Terrence Howard in a commercial. Am I right?
He's not
couldn't be in a
commercial friendly.
Check this out. Imagine Terrence Howard in a commercial.
What's he selling?
Hey man, are you in good hands, man? It just wouldn't work. All right, Terrence, much love to you. If Terrence is listening, much love to you. You are a great actor. But you studied me. That's what it is
And
to
you
get where you
guys,
are.
y'all could play brothers, so let's make it happen.
That's what I said.
You know
They
what?
could play
They
brothers.
actually wanted us to play brothers on Sparks. Remember he did that show back in the
That was
day?
a cute
Sparks.
little show.
They
He
wanted
actually
to
played
bring
a good guy.
Yes, he was. They wanted to bring me on as his brother.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. I can't even remember what happened, but I do remember going in as Terrence's brother, but the show didn't happen or something. It got canceled.
Wow. Well,
So,
Next time.
Next
The
time.
movie.
We
It
still
didn't
got
happen
time. We still
How
got
about I
time.
write the movie?
Yes,
Make
Trish.
you and
We
Terrence
still
the brother.
waiting on the other movie.
Oh, no, don't you worry about that. That's
see, like,
already
don't
out.
trip.
Come
Don't
on now.
trip.
That's in the
WIP,
making.
WIP.
That's in the making.
like,
We're
don't
working
trip.
on it.
That's
Okay.
what's
Trust me.
Well, when we tossed a break, we had some dialogue, and we could kick it off where we were talking about parenting before the break, and Trisha was sharing about her relationship with her father, and I had started to ask a question to our guest, Evan, of his relationship and what it's like raising 2 daughters, in this day and age.
Well, actually, I have 3 children. two beautiful daughters and a son. My daughter just turned 5 on Thursday, my
Aw.
youngest, and then I have one gonna turn 7 in September, and then my son is 10. I have been a hands-on father in that I changed their diapers. I taught them to write, read, walk, talk. I had my kids. They were reading to their preschool, which most kids don't read at 4. They're
That's
in
amazing.
their preschools
Yeah.
reading to the kids
That's a
there.
good achievement to be
And
proud of.
Mhm.
me and the mother separated, and then when we separated, and I asked for a divorce, then she didn't want me to see the kids anymore. So I went from taking care of them for 12 hours a day and being there, the father and the mother, while she's gone a lot. I was there for them. I went from doing that and taking care of them, taking them to school, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, to not being allowed to see them at all. And so we are constantly now in court, just me fighting to see my children, which is shocking. This is the most difficult thing to have to understand. Like they have given me specific times. The court has given me Tuesdays and Thursdays between the hours of 6:30 and 7 to call my kids. I can't speak to them any other time. That's the only time I'm allowed to speak to them. Now, I know people listening are shocked and they're like, first thing they'll say is, they can't do that. That's what they do. That's what the courts will do.
And it wasn't brought on as a mandate because something went wrong.
Nothing
in the
bad
relationship.
happened. I just don't want to be with the mother. So the mother is utilizing the system and using our kids as pawns to hurt me, because she knows I love and adore them. And she knows that's the only way she can hurt me, by keeping the kids away from me. I think the big problem is when the justice system enables a woman to abuse the system. That's the biggest problem we're having right now in America in family court.
Yes.
They're enabling women to abuse the system when they should examine the situation. I was my kid's primary caretaker. Now they're staying with strangers. She can't keep them. She never has. She's normally working for 9 hours a day. So she's leaving them with strangers and telling them that they can't see their father. And so when my kids talk to me, they try to ask me, what's going on, Dada? Why won't you come get us? I can't even talk to them about it because the courts don't allow you. So I just have to say, I can't do it right now. You'll understand when you get older. And this is destroying my kids. I haven't seen them for about 8 months now.
Wow.
So they went from seeing me every day to not seeing me at all. And it's not my fault. I want to be in my children's lives. I love them tremendously. I want to take care of them every day. I want to take them to school. I want to pick them up. I want to feed them. I haven't seen them for birthdays, Christmas, holidays, graduations, nothing, because I wanted a divorce from their mother.
And that was
Wow.
it. You didn't beat her. You didn't
beat
cheat on
her.
her. You weren't beating the kids. You weren't none of that. You just
Even if you
simply-
had cheated on some, that does not justify.
right, but at least you know what I'm saying. It's like, why is she?
As long as you have never
so-
harmed your children or harmed the mother and you're not
Yeah.
a danger, you should be allowed to
To
be
see
a
your
father to your
kids.
children.
It's amazing though. I mean,
It's crazy.
just how the court system, with the whole Trayvon Martin cases going on, just how the injustice where you have in one city or in one state a woman who is doing 20 years for a similar situation, or somebody like Vic who killed some dogs, did time. Or that
Michael
guy
Vick.
who shot himself. He was a football player and shot himself twice, and he did a couple years. And then you have somebody who actually takes somebody's life. The system is broke in so many different places, especially when it comes to mismanagement of taking a life and mismanagement of, in your case, the whole parenting thing. Because I've seen and heard of cases where they just give the kids back to a detrimental situation. It's like, are y'all? Does the judge have a crack pipe under that robe or something? Because it's like somebody is doing something.
Let me say this in behalf of the court. The court has a lot of cases with people misleading them and playing games. Do you understand?
how do you out that?
Right
Yeah.
now, that's what I'm trying to do. I just wrote a book on her attorney. This man's this man's job is to stop me from being a father to my kids. That's what he does every day. I would be glad to show the public or anyone these over 100 emails of this man trying to break my spirit, trying to stop me from fighting in the courts to see my children. And a lot of men lose their minds. They snap. They
Give
harm people. They give up.
Yeah.
Most men have told me, just walk away. You'll see your kids again. You know what I'm saying? Your kids will come find you. That to me is sick. I love my kids. I don't want my kids to have to find me someday. I want to be with them in their formative years. Help them to become strong men and women and make great contributions to humanity. I don't want to see them when they're grown and go, oh, well, your mom didn't want me to see you, so I just didn't see you no more. And the courts told me not to be calling, so I didn't call no more. I think that's ridiculous. And I think, men, if you are out there, fight for your children. Not only am I writing a book about this situation, I have filed a formal ethics complaint against this attorney. It's not going to be easy. I have a book that I have written. Matter of fact, it's down in the car. I can go get it on the next break and bring it up here. If I have to change the judge, then I'll ask the judge to recuse themselves. I'm going to keep fighting until they let me see my children.
And
I'm not going to stop.
Yeah, let me say to the ladies out there, because I am one of these women that I will make a woman mad that does this type of thing, because I am an advocate for men who are trying to be good fathers. I've said it a million times to so many people. I've said it a million times to you, probably you. I will say it right here boldly on gospelrhythms.com. Ladies, do not use your children because you're upset that the man has moved on, or he has another relationship, or he got remarried, or he's just not that into you anymore. Whatever the case is, the bottom line is you all are there to co-parent and prayerfully, peacefully, so that you can raise these children, even though God knows we hate that it's a separate household situation. But if it isn't working, guess what? It's going to be more destructive if you guys are together and not working for those children than you being apart. So don't make it worse, because one day these kids grow up and they get some sense and they figure things out. And then they realize, oh, so mama was the one keeping me away from daddy all that time when I could have seen him. And now their relationship between the father and the children is messed up. And now your relationship between your children will be messed up because they realize the truth. So stop it. We got to grow up, ladies. Stop using the kids, because you're destroying the possible relationship they can have with their dads. So I'm begging you, stop that.
And let me add to what Trish just said. It does not do anyone any good. First of all, I want 50-50 custody. I have been asking for 50-50 custody for a year and a half. I think they need their mother just as much as they need me. I want them with her just as much as I want them with me. She does not want them to see me at all because she's angry with me, because I don't want to be with her. Bottom line, period, end of sentence. But the problem with that is you hire an attorney to keep me out of their lives. The kids grow up. They don't know now, but they're going to know later. They're going to know what happened, and then they're going to turn on you. They're the ones hurting the most and losing the most in this situation. We're already adults. Our kids will grow up. They'll find out what she did. They'll be angry with her. The years that me and my children have lost, I can never get back. I can never see those graduations. I can never see the achievements, the spelling bees, the different birthdays and Christmases that I've been kept out of their lives and forced away from them. I can't get those back. So in the end, our children suffer the most, and they're always at odds within themselves because of this situation. So I'm saying to all parents out there, put your children first, put yourselves aside, put your children first, and show them love together. You don't have to be together to love your children together. That's right. And that's real.
No, that's true.
And
That's so true.
I think too that I'm not a parent, but I do know when you hold on to bitterness and unforgiveness, it's like you're killing yourself. You're slow death. And I don't know what her faith is, if she's a Christian, if she loves the Lord or whatever her
She's
issues
Catholic.
are. Yeah. Well, we all know right from wrong, good from evil. And no matter what faith you are, I mean, that's just the Dick and Jane nuts and bolts of being a good decent person. And oftentimes, I mean, we as women can all relate to being so hurt that you really, hurt people hurt people. You hear it time and time again. And sometimes you have to just chuck it up. Rejection is God's protection. And if you're not right there with it in your faith, just know that there's something better on the other side of the hurt if you just let go of it and let God.
Well, I am a mother, 2 children, 2 separate fathers. Am I proud of that? No. But I've raised them together as brother and sister. And guess what? I co-parent peacefully with both of their parents. Could I have been a trip? I chose to focus on the relationship between Dina and her dad and between Daniel and his father. That's what's more important to me. I would rather y'all have a relationship than anything else. Yeah, do we need the child support? Sure thing. But if I had to choose between the two, and I'm sure a lot of women might say, she's stupid. I don't care. Guess what? I'm more concerned about the relationship between the father and the daughter, because I'm already going to have the relationship because I'm the mom.
Yeah.
And because I co-parent peacefully with them, I co-parent peacefully with their families and their mothers and fathers and
Aunts and
nieces and
uncles.
nephews. And so therefore I have a great relationship with the entire families, and I love it. It's an extended family relationship. So,
And Trish, you have your daughter is well-rounded, happy, healthy child. My children went from happy, healthy to now they're sickly. They are whining all the time. They're sad. My beautiful babies who were happy and filled with joy, nothing but gifts from God, enjoying life and looking at life with bright eyes and from a bright perspective. She has allowed the devil to come in and separate them and steal their joy. And I think, honestly, anyone who participates in this, I believe it's demonic. I believe it is a plan to get the father out of the children's lives to destroy the children. I believe that is what's happening. I grew up in a situation where there were no fathers around, and I saw a lot of kids dying as a result. No protection in the streets of Chicago, nobody to guide them, so they end up in gangs. They fall prey to drugs. They fall prey to pimps, pornography, all of those things, because they don't have the love and the protection of a father. So,
And as daughters, it's really important to have if you can have a situation where there's a positive father figure there, why wouldn't you? Because when we grow up as women, oftentimes the first person we emulate and look for in the attributes in a man is that father figure, that person who was that example there for us. That's who we tend to gravitate towards.
But let me say this, Trish, and what you said, I really admire you, and I think that women should pay attention. I take my hat off to you. But realize this, Trish, this is a money game. I didn't know that. I know now, after doing all this research and being in the law library for 12 hours a day, that this is all about money. I didn't know that. This is about, I have the kids, so he has to pay me child support. I have the house. I'm taking the house from him. I'm taking this, that, and the other. If I keep the kids out of his life, then the courts will make him do all of this stuff and give me all of this stuff, which is
she hurt
sick.
you twice.
Because you can have all of that stuff. I just want to be a parent to my children. I want to be a father to my children. Houses I can get, cars I can get, all that stuff I can get, but I can't get back my daughter's 5th birthday that I missed because you're not allowing me to see them. I can't get back my son's graduation from 5th grade into 6th grade and going to middle school. I can't get back him being representing the state of California in a spelling bee, and his father is not there to see him because he's not even told about it. I can't get back Christmases that I have missed and Thanksgivings and all of that. Whereas before we separated, I spent Christmas, I was that father that was there for them every minute of the day. Birthdays, Christmas, diapers, this, that, reading, writing, walking, talk, everything there is to do, I was there doing it.
So don't you think for one minute that God doesn't know your heart, because he searches high and low for the heart of a man. And don't you think for one minute that everything and all your efforts and what you have done is not being
nothing.
noticed, and
Yeah.
it's not for nothing. God got you. So maybe you are, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, the example to be used for all the men out there that don't know what to do, that are going through this, because I know a plethora of brothers that are good daddies and want to be good daddies, but the moms are angry and bitter and they're using the kids. You know a handful of them because you've even introduced me to some of them, and we will have them on Man Talk, by the way, because we're going to focus on this show on Man Talk and bring these brothers on when we can do that. But I'm telling you right now, it's okay. It's going to be okay. Keep the faith, be encouraged, and know that God has got you. So you stay prayerful. And I know you've been praying, and I know you've been crying
every day.
and I know you've been travailing in the spirit and warring. But trust me when I tell you, the victory is sweet and the victory is yours. Claim it, know it, believe it, receive it. And I feel sorry for the mom because she's not understanding it. But I'm going to pray for her too. We're not going to berate her. We're just going to pray for her. God, to change her mindset, change her heart and her spirit. It's done, baby.
And
In
I
Jesus'
just
name.
want to add to that,
Thank
to
you,
encourage you
Trish.
that your misery, God will turn it into your ministry. I find it quite ironic that your job is to make people laugh at a season in your life when you are crying inside. Do you understand what powerful position of faith and witness that your life is bearing now, right now, even now, like, and at the end of the story, however it plays out, when it plays out, because it's going to play out. You know what I'm saying? So be encouraged, because it's like it's heavy, but it's just like they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I mean, it's like it's just a setup for God to take you a step up, to bless you up, And so you have to know that, when you're standing on your next platform and you're embracing your kids, on that journey that you fought to get there. I mean, it's nothing that's going to be that much sweeter to know that you've got the victory and because you persevered and you pressed through and you didn't do what the little people in your ear said. Just let it go. It'll let it handle itself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd like to say, first of all things work together for the good.
Totally.
For those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. And I truly believe that. I like to say to all of the brothers out there, this is a way that I know the devil gets to you and he tells you, do evil things, go kill all them, go do this, go to the courthouse.
Right.
And many men fall prey to that. And all it does is destroy you and your seed. Because if you do something like that, you can never recover from that. Your children can never recover. Thou shalt not kill. You should know that. And vengeance is mine, thus saith the Lord. But I'm not even talking about that. It's about your children. If you lose it and don't handle this fight properly, how can you ever be there for your kids anyway? So I would say trust in the Lord, put your selfishness aside, because that's all it is. We get mad. I'm a man. You won't take my kids. I'll show it. That's selfishness. That's being vengeful, and that will not help your kids. I want to see my beautiful daughters and my handsome son graduate from college. I want to see them get married. I want to be a grandfather. I want to be there for them in all those important moments in their lives, and I will be there. I know that God will have the glory.
Yes,
and
he
if
will.
my children ever hear this, I want you to know your father loves you with all his heart, and he will always be there for you. I am right here anytime you need me.
Oh my God.
That's a great way to end the show. Oh my God. Time just flies.
And y'all
when
about
you
to make
talking
me cry
truth.
up in here. I love it. All
Thank
right,
you so much.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank
CL,
you,
for coming on. We're
Thank
gonna have to
you,
have you
Trish.
come on again in the
I'd
future.
love to.
And he's also gonna be hosting with us
Oh yeah.
on our show
Thursday.
this Thursday, the 25th.
He's gonna be
So
showing
we'd
us
love
some
for you
money,
guys to
holding
be
it
there.
down.
Yeah, he'll be there. Listen, we got to wrap it up, but we encourage all you brothers out there with the children. God bless you. Stay strong and know that if this brother's fighting for it, you can too. And just fight
Amen.
in prayer.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus is good. I
Trust
tell you.
in God.
Thank you so much. Thursday.
Yes.
Complete Actors Place. Sherman
Trisha
Oaks,
May
California.
Grants.
Bro Williams.
You got so much going on. All right. Thanks, Richard. We love you. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Richard.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Oh, wait. He said I could tell you more. Okay,
Oh,
Thursday.
good.
He's going to be holding it down with us as we celebrate GR3 Gospel Rhythms Live. Is going down. We celebrate our app, our magazine, our new website, and we also are going to educate you about our cause, Kids in the Spotlight
Entertainment.
Incorporated.
We got singers and
Oh yeah,
dancers,
it's a bomb
and
show. You better
actors,
recognize.
and it's going to be so much.
And for those of you around the world, we are streaming it. We're
Yes.
streaming it live. So tune
Thursday.
into our Facebook. We will post the information where you can be on notice to plug into the link so you can be a part of Heaven's party here on earth this Thursday, 7/25/2013.
Yeah. And everybody
Yeah.
that walks through the door gets a gift.
Oh, everybody's a VIP.
Everybody
on
is a
Heaven's
VIP.
party. You better recognize.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. God bless. We'll see you next Sunday. If you don't know Jesus, open that Bible and read about him. He's amazing.
Just take you everywhere you need to be.
Dreams and flip floppers, not us. Find us in the kitchen with a pot, just whipping up seasoned beef that be making your summers hot. Yeah, you know you gon' rewind me. The way I spit these lines be something so timely like a watch. But what you're looking at is more than just a rhyme. It's more than just a line. It's the minutes that you can count up on the clock. See, failure's not the business. Gotta be relentless, never giving up, no matter how far the distance. Haters gonna say I can't make it, they got me twisted. Cause I'm going harder than I've ever been in this. People say we dreamers, we the true believers. Believing in our dreams, bringing change to the demeanors. We do it for the game, we do it for a change. I'm never giving up even after we reach the stage. I'm gone. Be relentless, time to reinvent this. Think our music business, holding nothing back. Show them how we do this, hear it in our music. Changing the game and we ain't even on the map. Gotta be relentless, time to reinvent this. Think our music business, holding nothing back. Staring in our rear view, blue skies and clear. Pressing for the prize and we ain't never looking back.
Straining towards the prize with my eyes to the sky, keeping my heart on things that are high, higher than the common state of mind. On the narrow line, walking straight to the time of my prime, ready to lead a movement where my generations will be. Progression of the destined is never losing, but being the solution to and confusion of the dreamers. Believers. Action of time can confine the mind of the divine and align your inner shine. Yup. Swag blazing like the sun, cause I stay fired up in him. Consuming flames hotter than a seraphim. Yeah, we busting doors, ain't no need to let us in. Swag got be relentless, time to reinvent this. Think our music business, holding nothing back. Show them how we do this, hear it in our music. Changing the game and we ain't even on the map. Gotta be relentless, time to reinvent this. Think our music business, holding nothing back. Staring in our rear view, blue skies and clear view. Pressing for the prize and we ain't never looking back.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just